Shalom, welcome to another video. And as always, before I get started, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, and next double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of the great millstone who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people hear or whether they forbear. Alright, so this is going to be a reading of the law, okay, Deuteronomy 30th chapter, and there is prophecy contained in the law. All right, a lot of people probably didn't know this. All right, this is the prophecy of the restoration of Jacob, okay, end time prophecy. All right, it has not happened yet, but is going to happen and will come to pass soon and very soon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dive right into this topic. Yahweh watches on me, the Heavenly Father's will is edifying to the elect, okay. All right, so I'm going to start off in verse 1. Deuteronomy 30:1. All right, and it reads, it says, Restoration Promise. That's the title of this portion of the chapter. Okay, it says, And it shall come to pass when all these things that are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee. Okay, and that's what's happening right now. All right. Okay, we had the blessings under King David, King Solomon for a short period of time under the tabernacle of David. That fell, and then not too long after that, Jacob went into captivity and has been in captivity ever since then. Okay, and now we're here in the final captivity, the daughter of Babylon, calling all these things to mind. Okay, we woke up and remembered ourselves. Matter of fact, let's get a precept on that. All right, we'll go to Baruch chapter 2. Baruch chapter 2, and I'm gonna get verse 28. All right, it says, As thou spakest by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, If you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am Yahweh Bashmi Shai their power. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of the captivity and think upon my name. So they're going to wake up. All right, this is happening. And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. Okay. So Jacob is calling all these things to mind. The blessing, the curses. All right, how they went off. Okay, next verse 2. And shall return unto Yahweh Bashmi Shai thy power, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul. That's happening. All right, definitely ain't talking about the small hats, because they're not obedient to the Lord. They don't even believe in the Bible. Okay, it's talking about us. All right, the children of Israel that are supposed to be here in America, Babylon the Great, in the end times. All right, verse 3, it says that then Yahweh Bashmi Shai thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations where the Lord have scattered thee. And this is getting ready to happen. Okay, this is what Christians call the rapture. They don't realize that it's talking about the gathering of the remnant of the Israelites. It ain't talking about anybody outside of that. All right, verse 4, If any of thine be driven out unto the utmost parts of heaven, from thence will Yahweh thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And Yahweh thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers. And Yahweh Bashmi Shai thy power will circumcise thine heart, and the heart of thy seed, to love Yahweh Bashmi Shai thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. And Yahweh Bashmi Shai thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Okay, so when the children of Israel are delivered, all these curses will go upon their enemies. See that? All right. So this is why they're trying to stop the children of Israel from waking up. They want you to go back to sleep. They want you to go back to plantation Christianity. All right. Because once the children of Israel wake up and return back unto the Lord, okay, and start becoming obedient to his commandments once again, all right, then their time is up. All right. Continuing on, it says, And thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord, and do all his commandments which I command thee this day. See that? And Yahweh thy power will make thee plenteous in every work of thine hand, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy land for good. For Yahweh will again rejoice over thee for good, as he rejoiced over thy fathers. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law, and if thou turn unto Yahweh thy power with all thine heart, with all thy soul. Okay, and that's what's happening now through the remnant, through the elect. Okay, so he's prophesying and also, saying this will happen if you do this. Okay, but there's always been prophesied of a remnant. Okay, that was going to come back and do these things. All right, Yahweh righteous, I mean the Heavenly Father's will be that number. Okay, and that gets delivered. Continuing on, it says, for this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. Okay, and this is a new thought being spoken. Okay, that portion of the chapter is over. This is another portion now. All right, so now Moses is pleading with them. All right, it is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it? Neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it? But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it. Okay, so they had the word right there. All right, it says, see, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. And that I command thee this day to love Yahweh thy power, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And Yahweh thy power shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall utterly perish, that you surely shall perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I might have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. See that? That thou mayest love Yahweh thy power, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which Yahweh sware unto thy fathers to give to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob to give them. Okay, so, all right, he said, I set life and death before you this day. Okay, and the vast majority of our people, all right, are going to choose death. All right, but the remnant is going to choose life and will receive it eternally. This is Jeremiah 8:3. And death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I had driven them, save Yahweh B'Hashem El Shai, power of hosts. Okay, so there you go. All right, so that's pretty much, people don't know this is a prophecy right here. Okay, if the children of Israel turn back to the Most High, which the elect will, okay, restoration will be promised unto them. All right, and okay, all the curses that have been upon Jacob will come upon their enemies. Okay. All right, but if you disobey, then you're going to be destroyed. So Esau knows this law. So what has Esau done? He's tried to set it up to where Jacob would continuously, perpetually be in rebellion against the Heavenly Father. All right, through the programming that Esau has set up in the society, so that this would never come to pass. But there's always been a remnant, and that's what they're afraid of. That's why they want you to go back to sleep and go back to plantation Christianity. Okay, so I'm going to close out with that. All right, Yahweh righteous, I was edifying. As always, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakakodash. And until next time, Shalom, and abide the ball.